All right, 10-5. A researcher suspected that some blood types are more susceptible to the DAPT genetic defect than other blood types. The researcher collected the following data to investigate. Make a relative frequency table to determine whether there's an association between blood type and the presence of DTaP defect. All the two-way tables in this lesson are displayed for convenience with the variable across the top as the independent variable. That means we're doing all of our percents in columns. Percents in a column should add up to 100%, just like the previous one. So here, we would need to add up this column and say this column adds up to 0.68. So all of our relative frequencies are going to be out of 0.68. In the second column, if we add them up, they add up to 311. So when we go to make our table over here in percents, everything is going to be out of 311 in the second column. So the first one is 0, type O, 0.3 out of 0.68. That one's a little high. That one's 44%. What we're trying to do is see if the two columns match to see whether there's an association. So up above, we were looking to see if the 24% and the 21% were the same. They weren't. They were a little bit off. So we said, yeah, one seems to be a little more likely than the other. Well, if we look here for the no DAPT, and we did 137 out of 311, we also get approximately 44%. So we would say, no, type O seems to not have any association because the percents came out the same. If we go to the next, 0.28 out of, again, 0.68, approximately 41%. And if we do the second column, the 131 out of the 311, approximately 42%. Now, very, very close, slightly off. Let's look at all of the blood types, though, to see if we can make a general statement. Type B, 0.07 out of the 0.68. That one coming out to be about 10%. If we look at type B for no DAPT, that one's 31 out of 311, or approximately 10%. So those match, no association. And last, type AB, 0.03 out of 0.68, or approximately 4%. And really, we should have about the same answer over here. 12 out of 311, approximately 4%. Now, this one could just be off a little bit by rounding, where the other ones, the rounding didn't matter. And on that one, it happened one to go down, one to go up. But we would say there appears to be no association. They were so close. For type O has DAPT and does not have DAPT. We're so close. Again, type A, I think less than 1% off. Type B, almost the same. Type AB, almost the same. So we would say there appears to be no association. And it seems a little funny. There appears to be no association. The reason it seems funny is because they match. Like, people want to say, oh, look, they're both 40%, 44%. They must be associated. No, the fact that they're both 44% means there's no connection for that blood type to whether or not they have the DAPT defect or they don't have the DAPT defect. There's no association to that blood type. No association to that blood type. No association to that blood type. If you had this one coming up at, say, 19% and this one coming up at, say, 38%, we would definitely say that there was some sort of association. But when they come out matchy-matchy, there is not.